protected characteristic. Councillor Kumar.
Thank you, Lord Provost. And can I also thank Mr. Terry Galloway and Dr. Robinson for that very insightful deputation earlier on. This motion is actually quite simple but powerful. It asks for care experience to be treated as a protected characteristic. We are already required by law to complete the integrated impact assessments and to consider the impact of our policies on the 9 characteristics such as sex, age, disability, race, and so on, to really eliminate and prevent discrimination. Now, we know through research-based evidence that children and young people in the care sector face significant challenges, including trauma, poor health outcomes, and are 4 times more likely to have a mental disorder. Now, that's just looking at children and young people. We've heard today it's a lifelong issue. Now, we as corporate parents have already pledged our commitment to deliver the promise. However, this motion is designed to go further, to encourage us to really stop and think how our policies might have an impact on this population. The actual process of completing an IIA does not change. However, while we are completing this motion seeks to improve our own internal processes with the aim to do better. And just to clarify, and this relates to the Conservative Party's amendment that I unfortunately will not be accepting, we do not have the power to change the premise of the Equality Act 2010 that underpins the public sector duty. As such, the Council's statutory duties will not be changing. However, there's already a consultation going on to change this in law, and there are campaigns by charities and organisations such as Carers UK, Break Charity, CIP Now, Who Cares Scotland, CELSIS, the Association of Social Work and Social Workers that really strongly advocate for this. But while we wait for this change in law to go through a defined process and parliamentary scrutiny, Edinburgh can lead by example. We can show that regardless of the current legal framework, we are committed and we are serious about improving the lives of our care experience population. That we volunteer to adopt the care experience as our 10th protected characteristic, and because it is the right thing to do. Very soon, groups will be considering budgets. Let's pause and think about our care experience population. 20-minute neighbourhoods, housing, planning, everything. These are just a couple of examples. In practical terms, the ask is to include an additional box within the IIA document that stipulates care experience. The cost to change this is minimal. And quoting Mr. Galloway from this morning, we spend about an average of 1.2 million per person. Multiply that by the number of young people we have in our systems and those who are care leavers. Reflecting again, the impact of care experience is lifelong. I would love to do a cost-benefit analysis that might satisfy colleagues, but we cannot put a price tag on the good mental health and well-being of our communities. And someone said to me earlier, what is the cost of not doing anything? Now, I feel quite passionate about this cause, and although I'm not care experienced, I have worked very closely with children and young people with care experience, and one too many cases have just stayed with me through all this time. I have witnessed us as a professional workforce or as a society when we have failed our children and young people in our care experience, and doing nothing is just not good enough. I would, of course, like to caveat my statements, however, to reflect that not all care experience people will be impacted by trauma. Not all care experience will even know that they are care experience. And of course, sometimes removing a child from their biological home is the absolute best thing to do for their health and well-being. However, we as councillors are in a privileged position where we can choose to influence change, and we can choose to improve our internal processes, and we can choose to give our care experience population an equal platform, a level playing field, and a voice alongside other protected characteristics. Thank you.